Hello everyone, and welcome to this Emini S&P futures review using SmartTools for SmartLevels. The chart is a 2-point range bar chart based on tick data. I'm going to start this review June 28th. That's last week. These black bars here are the overnight trading. The market is opening up right in here, and as you can see, the market opens up and blasts through this position trading level and then pulls back to it. And because of that price action, even though this black setup bar is not touching or straddling this position trading level, I think the price action validates the setup. It's early in the session. It's a great trade. Both profit targets are reached. Second target's very near the overhead position trading level. The market then pulls back. This setup bar right here is validated by the position trading level and goes on to reach several overhead targets. And then this is the end of the day session right in here. And the beginning of the overnight session, the market finally reaches the overhead position trading level. So just going forward now to the next day. The first setup of the day that's validated is this short setup. And you can see it's almost stopped out. Does reach at least the first profit target. This is an iffy trade to take, considering that the entry is on the it's on the right side of this position trading level, but because it's so close to this next position trading level, it's a lot to ask the market to blast through there and reach these lower targets, and it does not before heading higher. This setup bar is validated by the position trading level. Again, this is an iffy trade to take in that the targets are on the wrong side of this position trading level. However, it's early in the session. It bears watching the trade as this position trading level is reached, just to see how it's going to react there, and you can see it blows right through and reaches the overhead day trading level. This is the end of the day here. This short setup is a losing trade. This is shortly after the end of the lunch hour, about 20 minutes after the end of the lunch hour. It's validated by the smart level, and it's just a losing trade. The market heads higher from here, and the setup bars in here are in no man's land. So moving on to tomorrow. This first setup bar of the day is a trade I would have passed on. The entry is so close to this position trading level. I would like to see the market go up to this position trading level and perhaps pull back to it. The second setup bar is, if you're going to take this setup bar, since it is early in the day, is a better trade to take in my opinion, because the market's already shown a willingness to go through, it shows a willingness to go through this level, and the market does, and goes right to the profit target and pulls back to the position trading level. This setup bar triggers, goes on to reach both profit targets and the overhead position trading level. These setup bars are in no man's land, as is this blue setup bar. Moving on to the next day, we have the same past situation on this setup bar that we had the previous day. This has an entry very close to this position trading level. The better setup to take would be the second setup bar, which has got an entry above this position trading level. And the overhead position trading level is in the way of the profit targets, so it bears watching as the market reaches this point. However, you can see it has no trouble going through. It goes higher briefly and then pulls back. This is a setup bar, a trend continuation setup bar, validated by the price action in my case. It's also, in my opinion, it's very close to this position trading level, and then the setup bar triggers. The entry is below this position trading level. This goes against the trade, but as you can see, it does work out, reaches both profit targets. If you had decided to pass on this setup because of the entry and the targets on the wrong side of the position trading level, you could have waited to till the market blasted through the level and then pulled back to it and taken a setup off this black bar here. Same result. Overhead profit targets are reached, and the overhead position trading level going into the end of the day. I'm now going to switch to the beginning of this week and review the days here. Okay, I've started the chart up at the beginning of this week. This is the day after July 4th holiday. Not a great day to trade. You can see this first short setup is a losing trade, as is this short setup, as is this long setup. Although it does reach the first profit target, you could have certainly gotten some money out of this and perhaps gone to break even here. These setup bars are in no man's land. And this setup bar here, straddling the position trading level, is also a losing trade. Obviously, people still recovering from the holiday. Going forward to Wednesday, this first setup bar of the day is validated by the smart level. It just triggers. The market's moving fast in here. It stopped out for a losing trade. This short setup bar here is validated by the smart level. However, I would pass on this setup considering the entry is right ahead of this support level of the position trading level, and the targets are on the wrong side of it, of course, and that was a losing trade. The market headed higher from here. This is the long setup bar that triggers and is validated by the smart level, of course, and goes on to reach both profit targets and the overhead position trading level. And this is at the end of the day. So going forward to the next day shows the market moving up in the overnight session. This was last night, and none of these setup bars trigger. The entries are all well below the setup bar. The market's just drifting higher. Well, that's all she wrote. So long for now.